Good morning and welcome to Teal House Farm. We have a super busy day planned today. It has been raining and raining and raining basically for weeks here with just very short breaks in between. And we finally have a sunny day today. So today we are just going to try to kick out a lot of the garden stuff that needs to be done. Sam is going to be doing a bunch of work on our mudroom renovation for our old 1800 farmhouse here. We also need to do a bunch of work on our hot compost pile because it is not hot enough and it needs some loving. So we're going to take care of that. But first, while the dog's going crazy behind me, I need to get breakfast started. The girls went blackberry picking yesterday and that's all that we have left. They ate so much of it. We have a lot of wild blackberries on our properties and all their little fingers and lips are purple now. But I'm going to use what's left and we're going to use some of my DIY muffin mix that I always keep on hand and just make some blackberry muffins for breakfast real quick and probably fry up some bacon. And then breakfast will be ready when everyone gets up, so everyone will hopefully be happy. So let's go ahead and get started. I do make breakfast every morning. I just find with a lot of people, it's a lot cheaper to make breakfast than it is to buy, prepackaged stuff or cereal. Even though cereal is a ton easier, because the older girls can help with that independently. Cereal is reserved for Sunday mornings because we have to get out of the door to church super early. Other than that, I make breakfast every morning. Sometimes it's something like this. Use one of my pre-made mixes that I keep on the shelf to make it go a little faster. And sometimes it's just like oatmeal. And then once these go in the oven, I'm actually going to go ahead and prep lunch now because nobody's awake. And I do want to do a lot of outside work today in the garden. And I just don't want time to get away from me. So I think I'm going to make some cinnamon raisin bread in the bread maker, which I can put on a timer so I don't have to worry about it. And then do some hard-boiled eggs. And then I'll cut up some fruit and veggies for the kids. And that should be good. So we'll get that bread mix in the bread maker really quick and get the timer started on it. Okay, it is now 8:49. I feel like I've been up for 40 hours, but it's only been a little over 3. Breakfast is cleaned up, chores are done, lunch has started. My bread maker started automatically on the timer, so that's great. So now we need to get to the hard work stuff, which is the garden chores, and we're gonna get them done now, early in the morning, even though I just feel like sitting down taking a nap, because it's gonna get hot later today. It's still kind of overcast and cloudy and barely over 70. It's really just perfect for getting out there and getting this done, being so pregnant, because I won't get too hot. So we're just gonna try to knock it out. I think I can get it done in an hour if I don't get interrupted 60,000 times, which is sometimes hard to do. But the girls are getting along today and they're playing really well, so I think we're just gonna try to do it. So let's go outside of the garden, I'll show you what I got, and you'll definitely see what needs to be done.
Can I check on your ducky?
Yep, don't touch the fence.
Mommy, can I help me pick blackberries?
You can go pick blackberries. I need to work in the garden.
I'll help you. Over this way. Okay. Thanks.
What are you gonna do? Okay, Three Sisters garden, looking great. Though I am a little concerned that my squash is not getting well pollinated, because I've definitely planted the corn rows too well, or too close together, so we'll see. If nothing else, at least it's keeping the weeds down on my corn. And you can see that my green beans are doing their job wrapping up the posts, so that's really neat. And the squash plant. This is one squash plant. This is one squash plant. It wraps all the way around this way, through the middle, and wraps all the way back around this way. That's one squash plant. It's giant. So it's loving this. So Three Sisters for the win. But my strawberry patch is really weedy, so we're gonna hoe it down real quick, and then we're gonna put straw in between.
Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Is the plant, do we have some more berries here?
Maybe. Right now I'm just picking weeds out. You've been outside 5 minutes. Okay, go put that on the table. Get a big cup this time.
Yeah. Mom!
Yes, Annie?
I got some water for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, that looks better. I'm trying to get the runners to crisscross in between so that I have a really thick row here for next year and a really thick row here for next year. So I put straw in the middle just to discourage weeds and to discourage the runners, or at least make them easy to pick up and move so I can keep a pathway in between. And then next year we're gonna get Sam to drag the greenhouse backwards enough that the greenhouse will have obviously killed everything underneath, so it'll be a patch this size under there, and I will plant another round of strawberries, so then we'll have 4 really thick rows of strawberries, which will be fun. The container garden, I'm actually not going to do that much with today. Cucumbers are loving it, getting ready to grow up their lattice. The watermelons are okay. They're kind of struggling a little bit. I think there's not enough drainage in the tires, so we may not do watermelons and tires next year. And the zucchini, this tire for some reason, this tire completely flooded. And as you can see, the zucchini then struggled, but it's actually still flowering, and I've gotten a couple fruits off of it, so I'm just gonna leave it alone, and what happens, happens. It did great until, like I said, we just had tons and tons of rain. I'm not sure why this tire flooded so much and the others didn't. It's probably just something under it. There's cardboard and hay under all of them, but maybe this has like an extra thick layer or something so the water couldn't get out. This is all mint that I tried to kill, and it came right back up through. So we'll dehydrate a lot of this. And then my potatoes are all dying down, and so in a couple weeks we'll be able to open those tires up and see what we got. Okay, main garden. We need to weed the green beans a little bit.
there.
And we need to do a better job tying up the tomatoes. They're getting so big. And then over on the other side, we need to weed between the pepper plants.
Just wait. That's why.
You can see that my watermelon plant here that I planted between my green bean rows is doing much, much better than the one in the pots. And the zucchini is as well. But actually interesting, the cucumber doesn't look quite as healthy as the one in the pot. So it's good to note. Yes! I know, but don't pick it. It's not red yet.
Let's weed.
You can go pick the peppers if you want to. Right there, that plant right there, those are peppers. You can pull the peppers off.
And that's fine. Because look, these are peppers. Well, these little green names are.
They're spicy peppers though, don't take a bite. Is what ready?
Tomatoes. How about these?
What are they?
I don't know.
Don't pull them.
Mom, what are these?
What are they?
Tomato. Tomato.
Yeah, they're not red yet though, so we can't eat them.
Yeah, it tastes so good. Mom, there's another one. Can I help?
Put weeds in there. Okay, put that in the bucket.
Where's mine? Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. No! But I can't. It's too heavy.
Here, bring her that black bucket right behind you. The empty one, that's not heavy. Okay, make sure you don't pick any of the pepper plants. Okay, you can do it, Ivy.
Okay, so I'll pick them.
I used to be kind of like embarrassed about showing the garden because you watch these other YouTube channels and they always have these beautifully manicured gardens. But then I thought about it. The really manicured ones are not realistic when you're talking about a homestead with a lot of young children. And my garden may not be beautiful, but the plants are happy. They aren't being choked out by weeds, even though there are weeds. And I mean, my canning pantry is totally stocked. So homestead gardening, especially if you have a lot of young children, is not about perfection. It's about keeping your plants happy and keeping them somewhat free from weeds. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to make everything perfect. Unless you have the ability to make that like your full-time job, which is not possible if you are also homeschooling and housekeeping and baby raising. My time is much more limited and much more sectioned off between other things that are important too. And then when the kids get bigger, like Ivy, you have weeder helpers. Good job, Ivy. Let's go dump it in the compost pile. You want to come with me?
Both of these?
Yeah, I'll get this one. And then we'll go wash our hands. And it's probably about time for lunch.
What are we going to eat for lunch? What are we going to eat for lunch?
I made hard-boiled eggs and cinnamon raisin bread. And we'll have some apples and peanut butter.
Can we filling lunch again?
Yeah, we can eat and watch a show. You guys worked hard today. Goobs, you want to go inside?
Yucky! Yucky! You're yucky!
Yeah, I am yucky. You ready? You did a good job playing. How was inside? Are you ready to pick a show and maybe have some lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go do it. Okay, lunch has been devoured. You all done? You ready for night nights? No? No! It's time for bed, sleepyhead.
The only thing that I can't find
Good night.
Good night. Little ones are down for a nap. We're going to go work on the compost pile now. Micah is all into reading about Amelia Earhart lately, so she's found a new book to enjoy. So I don't think she'll be coming out and helping us, but I think the other girls are ready. Okay. Okay, get your shoes on so you can come help.
Well, I need your help.
Okay, go find them and I'll help you get them on.
Please, can you help me find them?
Sam is back on our construction project site, trying to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do on the end here where it's pretty messed up.
Let's make sure we turn this off.
Are you coming, Mom?
Yep.
They don't have a pants. The dress has patches on it. I have a dress. What do we do?
Okay.
Do we dig?
We need more carbon for the compost pile, so we're going to steal it from here because we don't have any dead leaves yet because it's still summer. So Ivy,
To come out. Hey, stop digging my house.
it's not your house, it's mine. Being nosy.
Trying to peek what we're trying to do here.
Okay.
Mama.
More carbon on top. We're going to wet it down here. That should help it get nice and hot for us.
Alright, I'm like this close on my framing. I've had to make some decisions on how to reframe it because it wasn't spaced correctly. It was spaced further than 24 inches apart, so that would make putting up the plywood, it would make it a little difficult. So I've had to change some of that and redo some of that. But I'm like this close on the framing, and then once the framing goes up, everything else should go pretty quick. Then I can get the plywood up on top, and then our what's it called? Our tar paper, and then all of our trim work and such, and then our roof.
We will have a video coming out shortly that shows you a couple different days and more progress on this, so stay tuned for that, but there's just a quick update for you. That's all we got for now. The girls and I are going to do our big afternoon pickup and clean up inside, and then they're going to get a little bit of tablet time while I get things ready for dinner and finish up my laundry chores. And then we'll be able to do something fun maybe as a family after dinner. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.